That ring sucks. Whatever. Whatever, I don't need good loot anyways. More stories. I don't know, we could talk about the time that I had to work. I don't know, I think it was like 15 hours in a day. That day sucked. Actually, I've done stuff like that a few times, but the one I'm thinking of was at the last store that I worked at. And I came in, I think I came in at like noon. Because I was working like a long day. I was working noon to 10. And I come in, and I've got an interview that I have to do for somebody at 5. So I'm interviewing somebody at 5. And around like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I learn that my third shift cashier isn't going to be in that night. And I start running through all my options. I'm like, okay, well, can I like bring this person in? Maybe this person will work. Maybe I can move this, maybe this person will leave and they'll work. And no, nothing worked. Nothing worked out. So the only person left at this point was me to work. So I'm thinking, well, okay, I could work, I guess, and maybe if I leave, I can get some rest, I can go sleep, come back, and like, because at this point it's like 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I can leave and get at least like, I don't know, 5 hours of sleep, 6 hours maybe, and power through it. Well, I had that interview at 5. So I had to be there at least until like 5:30 so that I could get through this interview. And so, but then I still had to come back at 10 o'clock at night and then work until 8 for another 10 hours. Got a deal. And what are you? Yeah, sure, I'll kill whoever you're talking about. Let me deal with selling some stuff. Let's think about some, yours. No, good. This amulet sucks. Boots suck. Gloves? These gloves are pretty trash. Okay. You know what? This ring sucks absolute ass. Why is it even a thing? So I'm there until like 5:30 in the afternoon, and then I gotta come back. So I stay, I finish out, I do my interview. Don't think I even hired the person. They weren't that great. I stay through 5:30, and then I go home. And try to get some sleep. I'm like, okay, well, okay, I get home, it's like 6 o'clock. Gotta be back at 10. Okay, let me run through my head. Okay, that means that, like, maybe I could get, like, maybe 3 hours of sleep? No, maybe, like, 2.5? Wasn't even tired, so I didn't even get to sleep, so I ended up going in. So at this point, I've worked, like, 5 hours. Can't do anything for the next 5 hours. Eat a little bit of food. Come back at 10 o'clock. And then proceed to work until 8 in the morning. And that was one of the worst days that I've ever had. I was supposed to work the next morning, or the next evening rather. And I just straight up was like, you know what? I'm doing all this. You're not gonna see me tomorrow. I'm not gonna be here. I'm covering for you. There's someone else who's working that night with me who can cover for me. See you later. Bye. Oh. Oh, T does not respond well to that. A little bit of focus. Oh, stun. Just gotta, please. Okay, fine. Oh, that's not a readable. That's just a thing. So that was a pretty rough one, but I made it through. I survived. Give me elemental. Oh, it gives me ether resistance. I feel like my damage just went up, whoa, big time on that. Transfer one of the following. Yeah. But at the same store, I also had at least one instance where I had to work from like 8 in the morning until 10 at night. Just from I'm the only manager in the morning, and well, the manager at night calls off. Well, I guess I'll be here until my third shift shows up. Had to do that once or twice when I was at a non 24-hour store too, and honestly, at this point, like I can do it. I will do it, but God, it just sucks. Just so draining. Okay, this dude. We just need to unload. Camping stories? I've got a few stories from when I was younger before that I don't particularly remember all that well. There's a time when my parents were camping. I had to have been like 2 or 3 years old. Did this dude just die? I had to have been just a few years old, and my parents were camping, and they had this old like little car, like little sedan, like some little blue sedan or something, and they're up camping in the mountains in Colorado, and they had uh, they had been in the tent, and they heard a rustling from their car in the night, and they go and they look out of their tent, and there's a bear digging through the back seat of the car. It had like I don't know if it had opened or broken in through the back door. It was in the back door, and it was digging into the back seat, because they had a watermelon in the trunk. And so it was trying to get to this watermelon that was in the trunk by digging through the back seat. So that was pretty terrifying, but that was outside of my own memory. Remember walking on some trails because my dad had been like left some really old cabin by like a family, like a childhood friend of his, up in the mountains that way, and this place was like ancient and trashed and hadn't been occupied in years. And we spent a while up there just like hanging out, fixing the place up so that we could sell it for like something that was actually worth it. And I remember there was a lot of interesting things that happened up there. I remember seeing like salamanders under the floorboards and all this cool stuff. But we were hiking around that area, and I remember we found like the remains of like a deer or something like that had been killed by like a mountain lion. And I just remember like my parents being like, "Oh yeah, we probably shouldn't be hiking out this far then if that's what we're seeing now, because that could be bad for us." Just like the internal like the realization now that I was like, oh yeah, that could have been a really bad scenario, but no, it's fine. This thing is the same item? I have that. I'm wearing that right now. This Brawler's Distinction. Kind of tempted. Oh, that activated skill sucks. I have a devotion point, don't I? What? Yeah. More elemental resistance? Yeah, we take that. God, what else? Okay, okay. Let's just back the fuck up. Let's back the fuck up. Said let's back the fuck up. Okay, now that's just it's you and me, mano and mano. Just 1v1. That's all I. Okay. Can't even use that gun, but it sucks. Back damage. Oh, not worth it. What other sort of camping stories do I got? Remember, this isn't really like a camping story. I don't know if anyone's ever seen like you know how like oh you know what a Walmart looks like, for example. You know what like a Target looks like. Have you ever seen like a mountain Walmart that is like stylized to look like it belongs in the mountains? Like, have you ever seen like those sort of buildings that just like look like they belong in their environment a lot more than they normally would? Because those are cool. There's one in like there's a Walmart like that I can picture in my head that's up in Colorado between like oh I want to say it's like out by Colorado Springs, I think. But it's a cool Walmart. It's just a regular Walmart on the inside, but it was kind of neat to see like oh hey this doesn't look like a like you know a blood-sucking chain from the outside. It just looks like you know kind of welcoming big building. For a while, some family of mine lived up in one particular town that just had like like this. I don't know. It's like sorry, but like they like ow. Instead of it being like all like oh this is just like concrete on the outside and everything, it has like how do I describe it? Like almost looks more like it's like a log building, if that makes sense. Like that style. It has like the like maybe like a green big wooden like sloped roof on the corners that goes around, and then like you know the outside looks like it's like a log building. It's just siding, of course. It's not actually any of that, but I don't know. It's just kind of neat. I destroyed all the. Play a dangerous game, don't I? Oh yeah, then for a while, some of my family lived up in this tiny, tiny, tiny little town in the in the mountains. That really all that was there. They didn't have much, but all that was actually there was just like I don't know, like 4 casinos. Town didn't really have much else, but they got their casinos. Of course, last time I was up there, I wasn't even old enough to go into a casino, so I could just like, oh hi, I'm here, I'm present. Let's sell off all this junk we got. Metal, nah. Amulet, nah. Not feeling this amulet. Feeling a little bit more, but I still don't think I'm feeling it. Yeah, statistically it is, I think, a little bit better. Oh, that thing's getting sold. Those things are getting put away. Okay. See if there's anything else interesting I can make. All of our stuff away. What does Guile do? Better protect your enemy's actions, delaying devastating blows. What? Okay, how much does that do? 5% chance. This just increases my damage by a lot? Yeah. I can't use it yet, of course, because I'm dumb. But the eye. One shot, one kill. Anything else? Not trash? No. Is that a physical damage converted to fire? Nah, we'll save it for now. I gotta talk to Quaid. Bernard. I think this is where they are. Oh, I'm going the wrong fucking way. Quaid. Yeah, sure, I'll find the dude. And then... Oh, I think yeah, no. I'll have to come back for that at some point. Ooh. Let's see what we got. Let's see where we're going. We're out here to kill people now. Yo, I'm digging this music. Oh, hey. Okay. Hey, it's more rep with the Devil's Crossing. Yo, I see a shrine. I also see friends. What else? I went to a Renaissance fair up in the mountains in Colorado once. Rented like a priest costume for the afternoon. And at the time, I had some long hair. I had some long brown hair, and there's like 4 different times that people like asked like, "Oh, are you supposed to be Jesus?" I was like, "No, but I mean, I can be." Well, people keep calling me, so I guess that's what I am now. A real holy. What else we got? What do we get out of that? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Your support means the world to me after all. Stay safe out there, dear companions.